Here's an interesting item that was originally in Harper's Magazine, and Reader's Digest has reprinted it. It's called How Long Will You Live? And it has a questionnaire, and they say the figures are unscientific. They're merely some indicators of some characteristics and practices that may contribute to a long life. And it's a little checklist, so don't... It says people should not get alarmed because you could be 40 and take this test and find out that you should have been gone 3 years ago. So don't let that depress you. But for example, this is very interesting. You added a number of years for different characteristics the way you live. Add 1 year to your life. For each 5-year period, your father has lived past 70. In other words, they take your present age, and then you add 1 year. That's a plus, you see. If you are married, add 5 years. If over 25 and not married, deduct 1 year for each unmarried decade. Apparently assuming that married people obviously live somewhat longer. Where you live. If you live in a small town, add 4 years. If a city, subtract 2 years. If you are over 40, deduct 1 year for every 5 pounds you are overweight.
I won't be with you for the whole show,
yes,
so I'd like to say goodbye now.
Well, no, it's Tuesday in Burbank, and you can't do that, remember? No, that's interesting. Deduct a year for every 5 pounds you're overweight.
Yeah.
Now, how much would you say you were overweight?
I weigh 10 pounds more now than when I played football before World War II.
Yes, but you were a big tub then.
No. That's not nice.
Of course it's not.
I weigh
250. That wasn't the question I asked.
I should weigh 205. 205 would be a good weight for me. I weigh 250.
So you're 10 pounds, so that would be to deduct 1, yes, 2 years it would be taken off. Okay.
I haven't had too many pluses so far.
Exercise, regular and moderate, add 3 years.
Yep.
Regular and vigorous, add 5 years. Good-natured and placid, add 1 5 years on your disposition. Tense and nervous, subtract 1 to 5 years. Alcohol. We better get an IBM machine for this.
I have one live commercial. Maybe I'll do it now.
Heavy drinker, subtract 5 years.
How about
very heavy drinkers, subtract 10. Now, where would you fall into that?
Kind of what they call in the insurance policies as a social drinker. I drink whenever there's a party. And my whole life is
There's a big... I've seen you drink. Hey, it's dawn. There goes a Volkswagen. Drinks to that. Then it gives a family environment. And then you total up those years. And it gives you just... And they say it's not scientific because it says anybody past middle age may find that the prediction for him is death several years ago. But those are simple, certain characteristics. What they're saying is, in fact, that married people live longer. If your family has a long genetic history, that's good. And if you're in good shape and you exercise regularly and you don't smoke and drink too much, you got a better chance of living. And those are some of the things.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing how the Reader's Digest can take a thing like that that appeared in, you said Harper's, and then condense it down, and yet in one page, absolutely cover all you could possibly say about that particular subject. I mean, that is taking Précy as far as Précy
No, they didn't. You see, that's the problem with that.
What?
It is sketchy.
They missed...
And it does not give you an accurate...
And what did we do?
Well, we have some suggestions of our own to the questionnaire that you can total up and add or subtract. It'll give you a much more scientific...
More accurate
reading of how long you're going to live. For example, if there's a sheet over your face, subtract 14 years. This is one of them. Subtract 3. If your most strenuous daily exercise is a coughing spasm, you subtract it. Subtract 20 years for every year you forgot to go to the bathroom. It's a biggie. Add 1 year for every organ that has been transplanted into your body. Deduct 10 years for every organ that's been transplanted from your body. Those are some important differences. Deduct 5 years if you are so thin you can't trigger the automatic door at the Safeway market. See, now these mean something. I don't know why. Subtract 5 if you smoke in your sleep. Deduct 14 years if your weight is such that you can't get to McDonald's because you can't fit through the Golden Arches. Subtract 4 if your chest size is the same as your hat size. Bad. Add 3 years. That's important. Add 3 years if you're good-natured enough to buy someone a drink who has just staged a fireworks display in your shorts. Add 3 years. Deduct 10 years if you've ever been offered 10,000 free blue chip stamps from Forest Lawn.